guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you guys how to make an easy but yet delicious chicken pasta. So to get started, you are going to be needing some basil, and I am going to be using a little bit of olive oil, and I have half an onion chopped up and a little bit of garlic chopped up, and I have some red and green bell pepper chopped up. You are going to be needing 2 tablespoons of butter, and I have a little bit of fresh parsley I'll be using. And you are going to be needing about 4 cups of pasta, penne pasta. That's the type I'm using. And I'm going to be using a little bit of my Slap Your Mama seasoning. You can find that at Walmart. And I'm going to be using about a teaspoon or so of each of those seasoning: Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, and also paprika. And you are going to be needing some half and half. If you don't have this, you can use whole milk or any type of milk that you wish. And you are going to be needing some cheese. I'm using Gouda cheese and also mozzarella cheese. And I have some chicken breasts cut up that's already clean with some lime, and I rinse it under some water. And you are going to be needing some sun-dried tomatoes, and of course some water, and also some salt and pepper to taste. Please check the description box where I will list everything I use in this video. So let's get cooking, guys. To get started, you want to go ahead and start seasoning our chicken. So I'm adding a little bit of salt to this, and then a little bit of black pepper. And I'm adding a little bit of that Slap Your Mama. This have a little bit of heat to it, that's why I love using that. And a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder. I'm adding roughly half a teaspoon to this because I am going to add another half teaspoon as we start cooking everything. And a little bit of that Italian seasoning. It's not really going through. Just like that. And close it back up. And I like using paprika on here because I just love that color. And you want to mix everything together. Make sure each piece of chicken is coated really well with that. And if you like, you can set that to the side for a good 30 to an hour so it can marinate. Okay, and we can move on to cooking our pasta. To cook the pasta, I went ahead and put some water in a pot, and I turned my stove to medium high. You want to make sure you season the pasta water, that way your pasta can have some great flavor when it's done cooking. So I went ahead and put a little bit of salt. You don't want that water to be salty, but you just want it to have enough salt so the pasta can have some flavor. So I'm going to allow it to boil, and then I'm going to cook my pasta according to the box instructions. My pasta is all done cooking. Now we can move on to cooking our chicken breast. So I have my stove set to medium high. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of olive oil, okay? Like a teaspoon and a half, nothing much. We just need enough oil to coat the pan so we can fry our chicken breast. And I'm going to just dump my chicken breast in here. And I'm going to cook this just for a few minutes until everything is nice and brown. It won't take much time because I have them cut up into small pieces. But again, we're going to cook them until they're nice and brown, and then we're going to remove them from the pan. Now, as you can see, my chicken is nice and brown. Okay. I'm going to leave all that chicken bit on the bottom of my pan, and to that I'm going to put my butter, and now you can put your garlic. If you need to turn down your stove, go ahead and do so, just so that your stuff will not burning. I'm going to add my peppers as well, and I'm going to add just a little bit more olive oil. As you can see, nothing much at all. And I'm going to saute this for a few minutes. And now I'm going to add my dried tomatoes with a little bit of that oil that it came in with, and saute this for a few minutes as well before we add that heavy either heavy cream if you have, or milk, or that half and half that I'm using. Now you want to go ahead and add that cream. I'm using roughly half of this here. And if I need, I can always add a little more or less, or really it just all depends on how creamy you want your sauce. Of course, you always want to taste. And right now it's really flavorless, so I'm going to add half a teaspoon of that same seasoning that I used to season the chicken, just so I can bring some flavor to this before we add in our pasta. And you know that Slap Your Mama, as I said before, have a little heat, which is why I love using that. And a little bit of that paprika as well. Some salt and pepper. Again, taste your food, guys. You always want to start by putting less, and as you are tasting, you can add more if needed, okay? And I'm going to taste. Okay, now I have a little seasoning. So again, I'm going to bring back my chicken back to that pot and let that simmer for a good 5 minutes. Now it's time for me to add that pasta to the mix. I already drained my pasta. Trying to set that pot down quietly. Now mix everything in together. As you can see, it's starting to come together very nicely. If you haven't, please go follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I will leave all the link down in the description box for you guys to go check me out. Okay, and now I'm also going to add my cheese. I went ahead and shredded half of that Gouda cheese, and I used about half a cup of that mozzarella cheese. And you are just going to mix everything together, make it nice and yummy. You can add a little more liquid if you want. Just add some half and half in there if you need to. But I kind of like mine just like that. Just mix, and it's going to start looking very gooey. You see? But it smells so good. The cheese is melting. I'm going to allow this to melt a little bit, but I am going to put in a little bit of that basil, roughly chopped, and just let that sit on the stove for a couple minutes, and then I will show you guys how I plate this dish. Alright guys, the recipe is done. Very basic, very easy, but yet very delicious. I'm going to use this plate right here. I always like to serve my food, especially my pasta, on this type of bowl. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'm going to dish it. A little bit of everything in there. Just like that. And then you want to take a little bit of the fresh parsley to garnish. And I like using a little bit of that basil just to put it to the side. That right there is $1 million plate. Please be sure to try this recipe on Valentine's Day. That will have your man going ooh la la, or your girlfriend or your wife just losing their mind. But as always guys, I'm going to try to taste it. I want a piece of chicken with the pasta, just like that. This is for you. Blow on it. I absolutely love using Gouda cheese. when I make pasta dishes. If you haven't used Gouda cheese, please go ahead and try it. But this will do it for this video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share. And please do use other recipes I do have in this channel for this Valentine's. I have lobster, I have conch, I have a lot of other recipes. Please do give them a try. And as always, please, like I said, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.